Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Bristol for the third straight short track event on the 4-race stretch and the ninth on the 14-race season for the NRSL ASIS Republic of Gamers Truck Series. Last week, Dylan Young won at Oswego to become the first driver to 2 victories on the season. With that win, he brought his team up to 5th in the point standings, just 35 behind dual co-points leaders Zach Rogers and Charles Jackson. They are tied for that lead. If the season ended after last week, Jackson would have won because of his win at North Wilkesboro. Third in points is Emmanuel Hartnett, 8 points back. 28 back is Cup champ Johnny Gardner. And as we mentioned, Dylan Young, 5th back, 35 points back. The rest of the drivers currently in range is 6th in points, James Qualls, 36 back. 7th now in points, Cole Deaver, who's fallen down 6 spots over the last 2 weeks. He needs to get that momentum back going. That team is 39 points back, 43 points back. And 8th, and your pole sitter tonight is Jessica Shelton. Actually, she is 43 points back. My apologies. And 9th in points, 49 back. Moving up 4 spots is Charles Stanford. Philip Goldberg now sits 10th in the points standings after his continuous great runs have propelled him up from, I believe, like 25th. So he is now in the top 10. But as we said, Jessica Shelton on the pole for tonight's race. It's sure to be a wild one. Maybe even crazier than what we saw at Oswego. 80 laps of action unfold for tonight's event. Next to her is the 68 of RJ Reynolds in row 2. Another pair of rookies, Nathan Hudson and Sam Young. In row 3, we've got Dylan Young, last week's winner and 2-timer on the season, with Connor Turpin. Row 4's third in points, Emmanuel Hartnett with Jonathan Wong. And in row 5, we've got Sam Oskin and Charles Jackson. There you see Cole Deaver starting in 11th. The 3 truck is just about 2 rows back here. There he is. There's the 8 of Sanford. You can see him on the inside line. Where is the 51, I believe, of Johnny Gardner? Oh, he is very far back here on the starting grid on the top. It's going to take him some time to get to the bottom, and we're also going to be looking for, I believe, just James Qualls now. And he is even farther back, so he starts, I believe, 38 there. There's Philip Goldberg in 37th. So those drivers have some work to do. But with that said, we've got 80 laps of action on tap for tonight. Should be another quick race. Hopefully not as many cautions as we saw it at Oswego. And then we head back to pavement next week at the Motordrome. But now let's go trackside for the command to fire engines.
Let's get ready to rumble!
As you can see, the command has been given. The trucks are going to peel off of pit road. Cautions once again on this week. You can see when this track has dirt on it, it is very wide, lots of room. Technically right here, they're on the apron on this inside line. So now pace truck's going to dive down. We might see that pace truck driver get some work in tonight. Green flag is out, and Jessica Shelton will clear RJ Reynolds with ease. Battle for second now between Hudson and Reynolds. 1 lap down. Dylan Young, you can see already moving his way into the top 5. So is Sam Oskin. You can see Cole Deaver, and there is a wreck in the back in 2. That'll bring out the first caution of the night. Young will get by Hudson for second as Shelton leads it. Cole Deaver up into 6th place. And now with the field getting single file, this will help out a lot of drivers as the 31's on pit road, the 14's on pit road, 13, 20, 74, 32 are going to go down as they're stopping here a bit on the back. I think they're just trying to get in order. Oh, now the 00 of Vince Almarego is on pit road. Only drivers with damage really showing. I think I just saw the 8 with some damage. So let's go take a look at what brought out the first caution of the night. So this is just this is just too many trucks trying to fit into one spot there. Nate Rogers tries to get under Tony Green. Gatlin Downey is there trying to get under him, and they're going to turn each other into the wall there. And I think, is it the 45 coming up first? No one's going to hit him. Oh, nope. There's Jonathan Zorlin. Oh, and then right there, Jesse Turner's going to get into Colin Phillips. And up ahead, they're wrecking. That's the 33, 74, 88, and 13. That's Mike Turner. There's Almarego making contact. Gardner's going to get a piece here. Qual's barely making it by. So we didn't really see what happened here. Oh, they were 4-5 wide as well. And Turner's just going to slide up, and those 13, 88, 74 Rowe, Bishop. Oh, and Ellison had already gotten spun out here from something too. You see, man, Rowe really just stopped, and then Phillips got spun into him. What happened to Ellison? Oh, wow. Ellison just got straight dive bombed by Sanford. Sanford comes up into Danny Jones, and then boom. Sanford barely hanging on. You see Zach Rogers missed a lot of accidents here. But let's go on board with a driver or two. On board with Philip Goldberg. In car on Johnny Gardner. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing. Only Mike Turner is out of the race. There you see a bunch of trucks a lap down from their incidents. Vince Almarego, James Ellison, Nate Rogers, Colin Phillips, and Alexander Rowe. Some of those trucks, I believe, are going to be very slow. Jessica Shelton is your race leader. Dylan Young is second. Nathan Hudson third. Fourth, R.J. Reynolds. Fifth, Samuel Oskin. Sixth, Cole Deaver. Seventh, Jonathan Wong. Eighth, Sam Young. Ninth, Jeff Bright. And 10th, Connor Turpin as we're back green. Shelton's going to pull away here. Dylan Young will clear. Nathan Hudson will clear. We're going to watch Almarego because he seems to be a roadblock. He's about to get turned by James Ellison. Fourth place truck is by. That's R.J. Reynolds. Oskin's in fifth. Ellison's going to pass bottom. That's going to put him 3 wide in the middle. There are several trucks down pit road. So everyone's trying to fly through. That's Charles Jackson. That's Emmanuel Hartnett. They're 4 wide right there. Sam Young and Tony Green. That's Mohammed Connor on pit road with complications. And 52 of John Nunn also on pit road with complications. As we have another caution flag. Jessica Shelton is still your leader. It looks like the 39 of Fitzwater might have been involved. We're going to do a rough jump here. Oh, as they're stopping on the straightaway here. Trying to get in line. So let's do a rough jump here. Oh, Jesse Turner just threw the car into the corner. I mean the truck. That gets him up into Sekuli. And Fitzwater just got banged off and lost grip. See, Goldberg's going to come close here again. So will Gardner, who's 3 wide on the top. Otherwise, that's all that happens. So we'll take you to your next restart. Getting ready for another restart. John Nunn, Mohammed Connor now also laps down. So it's going to be even more of a roadblock now. So you see Almarego's falling 4th in line of the lap down traffic. Jessica Shelton is still your race leader. Dylan Young 2nd, Hudson 3rd, Reynolds 4th, and Oskin. Charles Jackson, Hartnett, McIntyre, Tony Green, and Diego Yepes. That is your top 10. Green flag's back out. We're going to sit here on the 20. He seems mostly up to speed. Top 2 are going to clear. Hudson's going to try and do it too. Young is finally going to have a chance to challenge for the lead here as Connor's back down pit road already. Back up to the lead here, Dylan Young. All over the bumper, looking to go back to back and get win number 3 as he tries to surge up the points. 35 is still a long way to go. And now to the inside of Shelton. He goes for the race lead. Can he get the truck to stick? He does, and the caution's out once more. And Dylan Young will be the leader there. Shelton now down the second. And someone is smoking, and it's Tony Green who restarted ninth. And John Nunn's going to run into him, and Oskin is almost going to get a huge piece. So once again, we're going to do a rough cut. I just don't like, oh wow, what is this? This is something to do with Almarego. We knew he was a slow truck. As we remember, Zach Rogers comes into this race tied for the points with Charles Jackson. He's trying to get up through the field. Well, so he slides up there. It's almost like he could see something bad was happening. Right here, Almarego's going to get turned down by Tony Green. He's going to hit the wall. And Green's going to get sent straight up into Zach Rogers. And those were vicious hits. You can see how much the front end is bent on the 3. That's going to be a very bad day for Zach Rogers, who's been so consistent. See, that truck is moving, but is there smoke? No one else is going to have an incident here. But that truck is clobbered. It will be interesting to see if he can continue. But let's go on board with the 3 of Zach Rogers. In truck footage on the 3 here. Just had no idea at all what was coming. I mean, you can see him coming out of the corner of your eye and it's already too late. He stayed on track to race back, but that truck is heavily damaged. Alright, we're getting ready to go back. Green flag racing. Only the 11 of Tony Green retired. The 3 truck has no hood. But they are continuing. They know the championship is on the line here and they need to minimize how many points they lose. But they have fallen 1 lap down. Dylan Young is your leader, as we saw the pass for the lead. Muhammad Connor apparently is just going to keep going down pit road, so that could be an issue for some drivers. Jessica Shelton 2nd, Nathan Hudson 3rd, Charles Jackson up the 4th, RJ Reynolds 5th, Yepes 6th, Oskin 7th, Sam Young 8th, Levi McIntyre 9th, and Cole Deaver is in 10th. Green flag out there, 2 lap down truck. John Nunn gets a pretty good restart. You see that truck is not damaged. He's going to try and take a lap back here as Nathan Hudson goes to the inside of Shelton. That's for 2nd. Now it's to the inside of Young. That's for the lead. And now he's going to put Nunn back 2 laps down as he slides in front of Dylan Young, who almost takes out John Nunn. He slid up really hard off of turn 2. Already past lap 25 here. Young's going to get by the 52 truck. Shelton in 3rd. Jackson's up the 4th as Sam at Oskin almost wrecks off of Sam Young, and the caution's out again. And it's for Fitzwater. He's just chilling here. Oh, many trucks just dove down to avoid that. But new leader on the next caution here, and it's Nathan Hudson. So let's see what happened to Fitzwater. Oh. Now, we knew he was slow and damaged, and Sorlin pit for something, I'm going to guess. He just gets under. He went to pass him, and he just couldn't get under him fast enough. So he gets hooked into the bumper. And then straight down the straightaway, Sorlin's just going to turn a little to the right there. Boom! Hard into the inside wall. I mean, the front straights are banked slightly because of this dirt, the way they put the dirt on the track. Fitzwater truck was destroyed on impact. And that's going to take him out of the race. He came in 11th in points, so his bad luck continues. He had fallen from 8th, so let's take you to your next restart. Getting ready to go back, green flag racing. Dylan Young is your leader. Apparently these drivers have to pick and choose when they want to come down pit road because several came down for gas. Now, Fitzwater is indeed out of the race. First one down was Nathan Hudson. You can see he is 16th. Shelton, Yepes, McIntyre, Oscar, and other notables who were near the front came down. So there are 15 trucks, maybe less than that, who still have to pit. Dylan Young is your leader now, though. Charles Jackson second. Turpin is third. Sam Young fourth. Jonathan Wong fifth. Jesse Turner sixth. Danny Jones seventh. Ace Rogers eighth. Sekuli ninth. And Hartnett rounds out your top 10. Green flag out. Row is going to be a roadblock, so we're going to watch the 74 truck. Zach Rogers without a hood, though, seems to be up to speed a little bit. Nate Rogers all over the bumper of Row. We're just waiting for someone up front to get turned in front of the whole field at this point. Top 3 is going to clear. Sam Young's looking to be the next one as Ellison is dive bombing into turn 1. Door bangs Nate Rogers. I believe that is for position. There are up to 30th for lap down trucks. Sam Young will pass Rowe next. But Rowe is not giving up easy on Sam Young. Oh, and they're wrecking it! Zach Rogers! Hartnett's around! Right up into McIntyre! And Hartnett, third in points, will take a beating here tonight. Charles Jackson, who continues to stay clean in third, might be smiling in that truck. We basically saw what happened there, so we're going to cut away, and we'll be back for your restart. What is Emmanuel Hartnett doing? Apparently he's probably going to get towed. Getting ready to go back racing again. Dylan Young pit this time. So that puts Turpin in the lead for the first time tonight. Jackson is second, Sekuli third, Ace Rogers fourth, Qualls is fifth, Yepes sixth. And we know Yepes has pit, so I think almost everyone has come down now. Jeff Bright seventh, Shelton eighth, Bishop ninth, and Downey is 10th. As someone is on pit road. I believe that would be Mendez. I'm not positive. So no one retired from that incident. Hartnett fell a lap down or so from a glitch, which is disappointing. So his race is pretty much over. Turpin's going to lead. Jackson gets one more spot, and he will be a leader. Get a lap bonus. John Nunn just flew out of nowhere. We're going to just continue watching Ellison here because he is a literal roadblock. Oh, and he's about to get turned. And Sekuli's going to get turned down with Ace Rogers is around. Right up into Zach Rogers, Keith Rich, and Nathan Hudson. And Rogers is smoking. The 3 truck, that is, not the 19. His night's over. He went straight down pit road. Oh, no, he didn't actually. The carnage just keeps going. And he will be done, though. That truck is beat to hell. Drivers are trying to get where they're supposed to be. There's Dylan Young. He's all the way down to 22nd. Turpin stayed out. Looks like a lot of people stayed out. Everyone must have pit. But see you on the next one. Well, Zach Rogers is out now from his wreck. He wasn't holding anybody up, but he got wrecked there. Turpin is your leader still. Jeff Bright is second. It looks like Jackson came down on a later lap. Sekuli is third. Shelton's back up to fourth. Yepes fifth. Bishop sixth. Downey seventh. Goldberg's in eighth. Hudson ninth still. And Reynolds is 10th. So I'm not 100% positive, but I think maybe the top 3 have to pit still. I'm not quite 100% certain, but green flag's out anyways, so We're gonna go to the 32. He seems to be a slow truck. Hartnett's got no hood now. Reminder, he is a lap down in 30th. If they could just get everyone cleared and singled out, we could probably go green. And they're wrecking again. Caution's gonna be out again. Turpin's still the leader. Almarego's done now for the night. Nate Rogers. So once again, we're gonna do a rough cut. Let's see what happens here. Is it gonna be the 07? I think it's the 07 and the 74. Oh no, the 07 never touched them. Rowe just drove it in too deep, and Downey, Nate Rogers, and Almarego had nowhere to go. And look at the impact there for Almarego. All four trucks took some pretty gnarly hits, and Dylan Young, whoo, he barely squeaks by there without contact. Another wreck, another restart. It's time for another restart. Vince Almarego, Nate Rogers, Alexander Rowe are all out of the race. Turpin is your leader, Jeff Bright second. Sakuli, Shelton, Yepes, Bishop, Deaver, Hudson, Goldberg, and Reynolds is the top 10. Dylan Young seemed to be the fast truck early in the going. He's 19th. If he keeps getting quick cautions and keeps working his way up, he could get lucky, but they're going to restart here again. Turpin will clear none. Qualls is going to make a 3-wide move. Now he is a lap down. He's trying to gain some points back here, so he gets by Hartnett. Nunn's going to get by Turpin. So Nunn, yet again, gets back to one down. He's trying to get a quick caution while he's the one out front. As Charles Jackson's on pit road for some reason, and that is going to even out the whole standings now that he's down pit road. He is going to fall multiple laps down here under green, as Turpin is getting passed by everybody. And here comes RJ Bishop for the race lead. I'm thinking Turpin is still not pit. You know, I wouldn't think fresh tires had anything to do with anything for a dirt track, but it seems to be, as they're just about to wreck in front of him. And it looks like Connor is finally done going back down pit road every lap. Bishop will put him another lap down. Jackson is back on the track, I believe, 2 laps down. So Zach Rogers is going to have a bad finish. Charles Jackson is going to have a bad finish, and so will Emmanuel Hartnett. I'm just trying to remember, coming in 4th in points was Gardner, 5th Dylan Young, and everyone else behind is mostly going to gain a ton of points tonight on those top 3 who had split themselves apart from the rest of the field. So all great momentum comes to an end at some point. And now we're finally getting a decent green flag run. As, whoa, Sorlin almost wrecked off of Deaver there in the background. 20 to go. And Bishop is going to pass John Nunn, put it back 2 down. Qualls is kind of pulled away. Shelton's back up to 2nd. Sam Young in 3rd. Sorlin is flying through the field as he's going to body slam Mohammed Connor. So Sorlin had a pretty good trek last week at Oswego. I believe he did get a top 10, so I see Dylan Young now moving his way up through the field. There's the 29 truck. Is in 7th, but he's going to get put back to the top by Yepes. Now he's going to be 3 wide with Deaver and Jones. There's Johnny Gardner. Remember, Young and Gardner are the closest ones who are trying to gain as many points, knowing that Jackson had to come down and pit for some reason. Young continues to fall as Deaver and Gardner continue to move up through the field. Mendez is 5th place right now. So there's Sam Young. Sorlin is caught up to the back of Shelton. He is just on fire right now. That 42 truck is flying. 3 more trucks and he'll be the leader. John Nunn does not count, but he is a truck in the way. 13 to go. Oh, and Bishop's got to get put to the top. Right as Sorlin gets to the inside of Shelton. And we've seen Sorlin banging off of people all night. He's got left side door damage, and he's going to come up here and try and go for the lead. And there's the move. Completes the pass on John Nunn, who's a lap down. And now he's going to whip past R.J. Bishop for the lead. Now with 11 to go, even if we get a yellow, next time we restart, it would be single file. So Sorlin is flying around here. He is 5th fastest on the night for fastest laps. And with 10 to go, he is just checking out now. 3/10 that lap over the 98 of Shelton. Mendez is going to pass Bishop the 3rd. So Mendez is flying up through the field too. Don't count him out. He is closing on Sorlin. Danny Jones up to 6th. Gardner is now 7th. Sanford is 8th. Dylan Young has fallen back down to 13th. As with 8 to go, Mendez is going to peak on the inside of Shelton as now Sorlin's momentum has faded a bit. He might not be safe. There's some 2 pretty fast trucks behind him. 7 to go. Mendez is faster though. He's going to pull to the inside of Shelton here. This is for 2nd place. Gardner's passing Sam Young for 5th. Mendez makes the move on Shelton. Shelton now back to 3rd. With 6 to go, can Mendez hunt down Jonathan Sorlin? Sorlin has not had the best truck season. Five to go. If we get a caution now, race would end. Mendez just is able to floor it into the corner so much better. Would Mendez move Sorlin for the win? 4 to go. Shelton and the others in the distance. Mendez is trying to set himself up on Sorlin here. It would be his 2nd career win if he pulls it off. He won in season 1. He's just trying everything. He just can't seem to get the right amount of momentum going here to make a move on Sorlin. Time's running out. 2 to go. And I think Mendez's momentum has shifted as now he's falling away from Sorlin. He lost a ton of time there in the 1. Gardner's making a move on 4th on Bishop. White flag in the air. Mendez had closed and now he has fallen. He's making one more last charge here. Can he get enough? Doesn't look like he will do it. It's going to be Jonathan Sorlin winning here at Bristol. So Sorlin gets the first win on the season here. And he looks like he started pretty far back. Points day definitely shaked up since the top 3 in points all did bad. Next we go to the Dodge Motordrome for 100 laps of action. We should see pit stops come back. So the rest of your finishing order there: Edwin Mendez, Jessica Shelton, Johnny Gardner, Sam Young, R.J. Bishop, Sanford, Danny Jones, Jonathan Wong, and R.J. Reynolds. Deaver comes home 12th, Dylan Young 14th. Oskin 20th. Goldberg 21st. You see Hartnett 30th, Charles Jackson 32nd, and Zach Rogers 37th out of the race. So I'll see you guys next week at the Motordrome. Season continues to close. 5 races remain. So I'll see you guys in New York.